WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange arrested after 7 years in Ecuador's embassy in London, UK police say.
Here's a summary of the article.
WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange has been arrested at the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Mr. Assange took refuge in the embassy 7 years ago to avoid extradition to Sweden over a sexual assault case that has since been dropped. The Met Police said he was arrested for failing to surrender to the court. Ecuador's President Lenin Moreno said it withdrew Mr. Assange's asylum after his repeated violations to international conventions.
This post received a score of 60,255, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
7 years in that building. Jesus.
That floor. The embassy is just one floor in a shared building.
It's also worth noting he was largely confined to 2 specific rooms, and that the room he spent most of his time in didn't have windows. Even in the other one, the shades were forcibly closed nearly 24/7 the entire time.
He'd have had more freedom of movement in a maximum security prison.
Literally. I think it's almost ironic the US is threatening him with up to 5 years considering he's already basically served 7.
Threatening him with an upgrade.
Probably fewer gang stabbings in the Ecuadorian embassy though.
Ecuador, not if he doesn't stop trashing the bathroom and start cleaning up after his fucking cat.
UPD 1, UPD 2, UPD 3.
Greater than finally, 2 days ago, WikiLeaks, Mr. Assange's allied organization, threatened the government of Ecuador. Any info on this?
They were promoting innerpapers.org, a website that appeared a couple of months ago with a bunch of photos and emails hacked from the president of Ecuador and his wife's personal cell phones. President Moreno appears to believe that WikiLeaks may even be behind innerpapers itself, and not just promoting them. WTF, it's like he wanted to get thrown out.
I don't think he's thinking straight, probably extreme cabin fever mixed with a superiority complex. Edit, due to high demand, I have changed and corrected straight to straight. Thanks to all involved.
Yeah, I think he's lost his bearing.
Here is a helpful list of straights for those who dare to continue.
This is dire.
No wonder with all those insults and mood swings.
He spent all that money for nothing.
Doesn't this trigger the release of the insurance file that was distributed a few years ago? It was his dead man's hand of sorts.
I've had those files sitting on my hard drive, actually, through multiple hard drives, for the last half-decade hoping something cool would happen, and the one ain't small either, like 130 gigabytes. Maybe they'll actually be useful.
Wait, what files? The files were released. The keys weren't.
Again, what files?
A 137 gigabytes file named Insurance. I can't decrypt it though.
Have you tried eWork for Trump? Try Big Boobs with a Z.
Hunter with a 2.
All I see is
Met Police statement. Via.
Greater than the MPS had a duty to execute the warrant, on behalf of Westminster Magistrates Court, and was invited into the embassy by the ambassador, following the Ecuadorian government's withdrawal of asylum. Interesting.
They must have really hated that cat.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.